people ask me quite often about distractions in prayer, and you just mentioned distractions in prayer. And I think I'm ADD, you know, like bright shiny things.
Yeah.
You know, and that happens to me in prayer as
all the time.
And but I keep telling people not to worry about being distracted in prayer because it's the reality of
life,
who we are. And I don't know about you, but I personally don't find it helpful to try and fight distractions in prayer, because the very fighting of the distraction
makes it worse
and becomes a major distraction itself. So what do you have to say about distractions in prayer?
Oh goodness, I've been there, done that, got that t-shirt numerous times. No, but I think, you know, eventually God works in those distractions too, you know, and you know, this past year I've said numerous times to my spiritual director, I can't pray, I can't find stillness, you know, because there were so many other things in life that were, you know, that were just coming up in prayer to where I could never be calm, you know, but the bottom line is I can look back and still name God and all of that, you know, and I think it's okay to not always be still, completely still in prayer, you know, because our lives are not still,
no,
you know.
They certainly are not, at least for most of us, right?
Yeah, I mean, and I think, you know, and then I think eventually the stillness will come, you know, it'll come again, and that's what I found. So, you know, I think that's again why Ignatius is so wise, you know, when, you know, but it's, and not that the distractions are necessarily desolation at all, but I mean, it's like, you know, the ebb and flow of our prayer lives and our spiritual lives, like we'll have moments where we can just come quickly to prayer and we're quiet and it's still, and you know, we feel like we have this direct line God's like talking to, and then we'll go for weeks. I mean, at least I will, you know, and it will be distracted, and I'm thinking, am I really praying, you know? But I mean, we are. I mean, we're there.
Any attempt at prayer is prayer.
Right. The desire, and I think that, you know, the desire for God in itself, I think, is prayer. You know, I think that desire is pretty important.
Yes. I think most people, or I don't know about most, but many people pray a lot more than they think they do. I think a lot of people bring God into their lives and are conscious of the Lord.
And they don't realize.
And they don't realize they don't name it as prayer, and they don't.
Yeah.
But a sense of wonder, a sense of awe, a sense
great
of
conversation. Yeah, I think anything that, I mean, anything that kind of calls forth something beyond ourselves. You know, I mean, love of another, witnessing love between people. You know, I think all those things are, in a way, that, I mean, they're prayer. Like you said, I like awe. I mean, you know, when you witness awe out in nature, beauty out in nature. I mean, all those things are ways of just praising and gratitude, you know, saying thank you, God, for these things.